Yes, welcome everyone. Marijuana Times show back at you, back with you for another week of news. It's November 13th, 2017. I'm your host, Joe Klare. Go check out myself and many other great writers over at marijuanatimes.org. All the latest news and opinion you need about the cannabis community, industry, and more. marijuanatimes.org. Go check it out. Spread the word. You can find these videos there as well. You can go share and so on. Whether you're watching us on Facebook or somewhere else, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Share, retweet. Spread the word. Help us spread the truth about cannabis. Marijuana Times show is brought to you by naturesidecannabis.com. If you are a grower, if you are part of a legal industry in California or Colorado, Oregon or Washington, you need to not run afoul, obviously, of regulations in those states when it comes to pesticide use in your cannabis cultivation. But you also don't want to sell your customers cannabis that is tainted with pesticides or other harmful chemicals. So check out naturesidecannabis.com for their all-natural, organic pesticides for use in your cannabis cultivation, your cannabis grow. naturesidecannabis.com, a proud sponsor of the Marijuana Times show. Our first story, as we go to the news. I do the finger thing. To the news. No, I hate that. I hate that transition the more I use it. It will not last long. That is for sure. Our first story is from marijuanatimes.org. Budtender Fight Club trains cannabis industry hopefuls with tough love. Now, of course, it's not the Fight Club you're thinking of. The movie, The Fight Club, where a bunch of guys got together in basements and whatnot and beat the crap out of each other. No. It's a new educational program in Nevada. A Nevada cannabis business owner, or business consultant rather, Jason Sturtzman, created the Budtender Fight Club. In an interview with NBC affiliate KSNV Las Vegas, he said, quote, "They're getting taught," that is prospective bud tenders, "they're getting taught by doctors, they're getting taught by people who are actually working in the industry. There are thousands of applications that come in on a regular basis to every single dispensary and cannabis business in the state. The way to differentiate yourself is to get educated." So basically, what this guy's looking to do is train people in the art of bud tending. Because if you're a bud tender and you're working at a dispensary or retail shop, you're going to get a lot of questions. People are going to ask you, what strain is good for this? You know, I have back pain. What kind of strain is good for that? Should I have a sativa or an indica or a hybrid? Should I try an edible or a concentrate or flower? How should I use it? What should I smoke it out of? What should I vaporize it? Tons of questions. And if businesses are looking for bud tenders, they know the answers to those questions. So something like this is designed to give you some kind of certification, some kind of education, some kind of background in the art or skill, whatever you want to call it, of bud tending, so you know what you're doing and you can answer people's questions. And I guess with that certification, what he hopes is that, prospective employers will look at that and think that's a good thing and say, hey, yeah, I want someone who's gone through this program to come and, work for me. According to Jason Sander, who wrote this article over at marijuanatimes.org, Strussman's goal is to bring hospitality fundamentals you might find in an upscale hotel to the herb buying process, so customers can enjoy that, quote, high-quality experience. Sturzman says he hopes to provide a new, more in-depth curriculum for Budtender Fight Club starting in December. He's also a contributor to Vegas Cannabis magazine. The course takes place once a month and lasts for 3 hours. The cost to attend is $20 per person pre-sale and $40 the day of the event. Excuse me. Courses seem to fill up quickly. You can get a link to that, to a Budtender Fight Club, and the story on marijuanatimes.org. Go check out that story. Next, this is a story from New York Upstate. .com. Veterans in New York can now get medical marijuana to treat PTSD. Veterans and other people who suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder can now obtain medical marijuana as treatment. On Saturday, Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a bill allowing people with PTSD to obtain medical marijuana with a doctor's authorization. For those of you who don't know, the medical marijuana program in New York is rather restrictive. In any case, whether it's restrictive or not, of course, the addition of PTSD as a qualifying addition is a very good thing. Any condition is a good thing, but a lot of veterans and other people who've gone through traumatic experiences obviously suffer from PTSD, and the notion that they have to suffer if cannabis can help them, whether it's with nightmares or sleeping or focusing or anxiety or depression or stress or whatever. Seems ridiculous. New York has become the 28th state to allow people with PTSD access to marijuana. The governor's office estimates 19,000 patients in New York could be helped by the newly available treatment. Cuomo said, quote, "If there are veterans that are suffering and we can make a treatment available, we want to. It's something we've been talking about for a long time, and I'm glad we're taking action today." Well, yeah, I mean, it's not something that doesn't seem like something that should be talked about for a long time. It's like all veterans, should they be allowed to talk to their doctor about medical marijuana, maybe be recommended medical marijuana by a medical professional? Oh, I don't know. It seems like a no-brainer, as they say, but apparently not. Apparently something we have to talk about for a long time and then finally sign a bill allowing it and, making a big deal about the signing of the bill or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. It's the ridiculousness of cannabis laws, even after all these years, they still don't, they never cease to amaze me. Let's put it that way. This last story is from the Sun in the UK. Pot me to bed. That's right. Brace yourself for the puns. Loose Women's Linda Robson, I guess Loose Women is a UK show, I have no idea, jokes she overdosed on a marijuana brownie, but got the best night's sleep ever. Apparently the star of Loose Women, Linda Robson, admitted she overdosed after chomping on a marijuana brownie, yet the drug-filled treat prompted her, quote, best sleep ever. She made her cheeky confession on Good Morning Britain. She chatted about her new TV project, Gone to Pot, alongside darts ace Bobby George. Is that what I'm thinking of? Darts? Like as in like the bar? You go to the bar and play darts? He's a celebrity because he plays darts? I don't know. I'm woefully uneducated about pop culture in Britain. As part of the documentary Gone to Pot, celebs explore the use of marijuana for both medical and recreational purposes in U.S. states where it is legal and meet people who have experienced both the benefits and the downsides. After the sports star revealed his horror reaction to the substance, I assume by sports star they mean the darts guy, the darts ace. He felt, quote, 1,000 times seasick and 1,000 times hungover. Belinda, who's 59, apparently she also started on something called Birds of a Feather. She said, quote, medicinally, it's got such a great benefit for health and everything. After admitting she had problems sleeping while filming, she said it had helped and continued, I had a chocolate brownie. There's a lot of pictures and stuff in the middle of this story. She said, I probably overdosed on the chocolate brownie because the same thing happened again. You don't know, and it takes quite a while to work. But I had the best 4 hours sleep since I was out here. That is funny. But yeah, it makes a good point that overdosing on an edible can mean some anxiety and stress, obviously, but it basically just comes down to meaning you're going to sleep a little while. And it's going to be fine. And you'll be fine when you wake up. And this guy felt sick. It happens with some people. Cannabis, certainly, is something a subject I've broached before, and I will many times again. It's not for everybody. You should be free to do it or not do it when and how often you choose. Some people don't like it. I know people who just don't like it. I really don't like alcohol. There's lots of things I don't like. A lot of people don't like cannabis. They should always be free not to do it, but those who do consume it should be free to do so. Of course, Her new documentary also sees her star alongside funny man Christopher Biggins and Pam St. Clement as they hop on board a magical mystery bus on a journey across America. The 3-part series promises the game will encounter some, quote, truly extraordinary characters along the way, as well as a balanced look at the use of marijuana. It actually sounds fairly interesting. It's something I would want to check out and probably will check out and maybe even do a review for on this show. We'll see. I'll try to remember when it does come out to see it and then review it and then refer you back to this episode where we talked about it. And that is how you run a professional broadcast on the internet. Thanks, everybody. This has been the Marijuana Times Show for November 13th, 2017. Go check out the videos on marijuanatimes.org. Thank you to Natureside Cannabis, organic, all-natural pesticides for your cannabis grow, naturesidecannabis.com. Thanks, everybody. Go share, like this video, whatever. Spread the word about the show, and we'll see you next time here on the Marijuana Times Show.